education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Hello everyone and welcome to Roy Peck Field in Riverton. I am Travis Gupton, Sports Director at WyoToday Media, and I am sitting beside my good friend Sean O'Brate, the sports writer for the Rangers. Sean, how are you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you all day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. We were here earlier today, Kevin and I, and then we made it out to the Lander Arts Festival. That was gorgeous. That was a super fun day, and now we're back here to cap off the day with some good baseball. Good teams playing out today too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Me and my fiance, we cleaned house all day. I watched a little bit of the softball College World Series, and I don't know of a better way to end the day with probably one of the best, if I can say, rookies of all time on radio side with Sean O'Brate.
I'll take that.
And it's always fun when me and Sean get together. We usually call Lander Lobos games, and we've called all sorts of stuff, track and field, but now we get to do Riverton Raiders. Riverton, you was here earlier with Kevin Shields, and it was a short day for the Raiders in the first game.
Yeah.
Won by a final of 17-1 against Rollins, and
2.5 innings. Yeah.
They sit now pretty as they come in. They're probably well rested against this Green River team who just played in a losing endeavor against Lovell by a final of 6-4.
Yeah, Green River's coming in here probably mad. I didn't get to watch very much of that game, just the very end. But yeah, this morning Riverton was unstoppable, and everything they hit, touched, turned to gold, and hopefully they can do it today again after a very long break. Sometimes you never know with those longer breaks in between games if any fatigue is set in, or maybe some, I don't want to say laziness, that's the wrong term, but if they get a little bit sloppy, it might be because they haven't played since 10 a.m. today. So.
Well, I mean, Riverton now has I believe it's 2-6-1 record on the year with the win this afternoon or this morning, and so they now look to go 2 in a row and continue on in what is this Roy Peck Wood Bat Invitational or tournament.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun. They moved up first pitch, as you can see on the screen right now. The coaches are meeting with the umpires and swapping starting lineups, and so we are about ready to get started. And you can also probably see it is cloudy here this afternoon or this evening. I'm so used to afternoon games. We did have a little bit of rain. It was so much rain of all of about 5 minutes that Sean actually texted me and was like, hey, do you think they're going to cancel this game? And I'm like, I highly doubt it.
We were on our way back from Lander, and it was pouring on the way back. So I thought, of course, that hit here, but I guess it actually avoided Riverton. So
well, yeah, so we got a little bit of rain, but not much. It's cooled off significantly.
It's very cold out here.
It was 81 degrees around first pitch for you guys. We'll check and see when first pitch starts. We'll give you a how much temperature whenever we get to that point. But Sean, are you ready for some fun baseball? Green River and
I'm ready
Riverton.
For some baseball.
All right, so let's take a commercial break, and when we come back,
I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. and they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
Molina with a swing to the shortstop and out at first to start off the game. And that will be quickly out number one, Sean.
Yeah, that was a really quick out. That's kind of how they started earlier. They did start actually down 1-0 thanks to just, Rollins earlier getting one or two connections early. But for the most part, the pitching in the first game for Riverton was just lights out. Let's see if they can double that here.
Pitch is strike on the inside corner, and that umpire was very adamant about the strike.
Love to see enthusiasm from everybody. You'll hear it up here, too.
Pitch is going to be just outside, so ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Derek DeVries, the pitcher, and Paoli will be the batter here for Green River. Pitch is in the dirt, and so now DeVries behind 2-1.
I know I'm hungry because when you said Paoli, I just thought of aioli sauce. That's all I'm hungry for now.
Well, after this, we'll get some food.
Fancy mayonnaise, as my wife calls it.
Pitch on the way high, does not break, so stays high. Now 3-1 for DeVries.
And DeVries had kind of a underwhelming game in this morning, and I like to see him pitching because I think he has a really strong arm. He can get a little wild sometimes, but he's got a good arm. As I say that, he walks Paoli. And I will stop jinxing them now as number 23 coming up here for the Green River Knights. I think the Green River Knights could have a cooler name. I know we talked about it off the camera, but think about some cool names that could start with a G or an R. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
DeVries will come set and look over at first. Pitch is in the dirt, ball 1.
23 here, Mr. Peterson.
Yeah, we're trying to I love that Game Changer only gives me the first initial.
Yeah.
So
J. Peterson.
Next pitch is high. DeVries unable to really get that ball to break, and so it will, thank you, it will be 2 balls, no strikes now. And so
First initials only. That's how they.
I love
how
it.
they know,
Yeah, that makes sense.
You shouldn't. You should call them by their last name.
That's fine. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Play at the plate at second is over the glove. And so stolen base for Pioli.
It's going to go unnoticed there, but Nate Hutchison stopped that from being a steal on third as well, because he got right behind second base and made sure that that ball wouldn't meander into the outfield.
Yeah, nicely done by, I believe that's Bevers.
No, that was Hutchison.
Beavers. It is Beavers. Okay.
Beaver.
Okay. So next pitch is.
You got to come to some more Riverton games.
I know,
you got
right?
Lobos names in your head.
Swung on off the top of the net. And so now 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out for Peterson.
And you know that Green River is trying to score early because they saw what Riverton did with just 1 inning. I mean, I think they had 16 runs in the second inning. That is up. That could be an easy out. Nice catch.
Nicely done by Hunter Hauk.
By your Riverton Raider first baseman Hunter Hauk.
Hauk had it looked like he was having a little bit of an issue with it. He actually jumped and had to reach back for it. But now 2 outs here, and now that will bring up, I believe, Peterson still at the plate. Actually, no.
No, Peterson just popped out.
Yeah, Peterson just popped out, and so that'll bring up.
I love to hear Coach Dan Hauk talk about his son Hunter, because he says that he has no fear, and I've seen it. I've seen ground balls, line drives hit Hunter right in the chest. He doesn't move. He's not afraid of it.
So that is Eldridge at the plate, and now still an attempt at third, and this time it is close, but he's in there safe. That was Anderson. If Anderson would have had a foot on the bag, that would have been a much closer play, but now it is scoring run 90 feet away, and like you said, Sean, Green River coming out angry.
Yeah, and like I said too, they're just not trying to get down 17-1 because they know that can happen quickly, especially with the offense that this team has. This team loves to go up to bat, so just wait till the bottom of these innings, because these guys put bats to ball pretty well. That is exactly what Coach Wally wants them to do.
DeVries delivers high, but strike number 2 on the outside corner. Looked a little high, but if they're going to give him that all game long, that's a nice spot for DeVries.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Wally earlier, and he just said, this team likes to hit. That's what we're proud of. That's what we like to do. We do it good.
DeVries will deliver, and now in the dirt. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So as Vin Scully would say, deuces wild on the board. And so Pioli will run on this next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 for DeVries. Nicely done. So we go to the bottom of the first, and let's see, like you said, Sean, these Riverton Raiders hit. We'll be right back.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Go ahead. Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the first inning, and now Beaver will come up and will lead off for the Raiders. And like you said, Sean, earlier on this morning, the Raiders hit, and they hit a lot.
Yeah, they really do. That's what the coaches really push and praise in practice is hitting the ball, connecting the ball, and there's some home run opportunities here for sure today.
First pitch is low and outside for ball one. Peterson is the pitcher, and he has an interesting delivery. He will kick, pause, and then bring some heat.
And they're doing a different lineup.
That is going to be
swung on.
It sounded like it was tapped, and so it'll be ball one, strike one for Beaver.
I was just about to say they're running a little bit of a different lineup as they did in the first game, probably trying to make sure they get
next pitch is swung on, and it's popped up to the shortstop, and he gets called off. Nicely done there by the center fielder, and it will be out number one for the Raiders, and so that will bring up Rennig, to the plate.
Yeah,
I love the walk-up. I love that.
And Chris Rennig, brother of assistant coach Steven Rennig, who is the only assistant coach not here right now. But Chris can kind of play every position. I love to watch him move around from first base to left field to center field back to third. I mean, he can do it all. This kid's pretty good.
So that was Liebelt out in center to get the first out. 1 ball and no strikes, and another swung on and nicely done by Peterson to pitch it up, and it will go off the awning over on the right side, and there's the car crash sound by the PA people up here in the Crow's Nest, which, by the way, we got a full-on Crow's Nest going on here. We got County 10 Wyatt over here, you're here, I'm here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people over to my right.
This is a nice press box.
This is a very nice press box. And the lights are on. Man, it's prime time. I love it.
I told you. They're going to turn them on as soon as they get here.
And he was practicing the curveball and the breaking ball in his warm-ups, and that one didn't break.
No, neither of those were them.
All right, so Peterson will set and deliver. This one is going to be high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. So he pitches hard, but he's having a hard time finding the strike zone.
Yeah, and if any of these balls connect, it's going to be a lot of velocity hitting towards that bat. Chris almost got hit in the face there. You could hear it just whip right past him.
Next pitch on the way, swung on and fouled. Like you said, made a little bit of contact, and so now maybe the timing is getting there.
Yeah, and Chris wants this hit. I mean, dude, I can't mention it enough. All of the Raiders want to get the biggest hit possible. They want to go home and say, I hit it the furthest. I hit it further than you.
Full count. Next pitch is another breaking ball that didn't break. And so now a walk, which will bring up Hutchinson here.
Yeah, Hutchinson is, I mean, this guy's strong. He had a home run in the game we called, not earlier today, but I think last week. This guy can go yard at any time.
I believe Nathan Hutchinson was the one that had the home run the last time we were here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah. I believe he was all conference last year as well, too.
Tall kid in the batter's box. Peterson will deliver. That one will get away from the catcher. He'll nice diving catch there by the second baseman. No, that was a shortstop, Smith. He really had to reach out for that one.
Full extension right there. That was impressive.
And so Rennig is now on at second with 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out for Hutchinson. Pitch on the way is low. This time it's going to get away from the catcher, Lael again, and a stolen base for Rennig. And so now the same position as Green River was in the top of the first inning. The scoring first run of the game is possible, 90 feet away. And now it is a 2 ball, no strikes for Peterson, who will deliver, and he almost hit.
He almost wore
Hutchinson.
that one.
Yeah.
He almost wore that right in the thigh.
And so Hutchinson is trying to really smart to get out of the way there. Peterson is going inside, but he's not able to really gain any control. Next pitch. That one is going to get swung on, and it'll go into the opposite field, and it's going to go all the way to the fence. It's going to score 1 run. Hutchinson is going to go for 3. He's going to go for the triple.
He might get it.
And he's going to slide in, and Hutchinson has a triple. Nicely done by Hutchinson. He didn't even hesitate at second. He was going the full distance. And so now the Raiders lead 1-0, and Hutchinson with a triple with still 1 out.
Yeah, like I said, that guy's got some power there.
And that's going to bring up Hunter Houck, the first baseman.
Number 25, Hunter Houck.
Hunter Houck, the... Okay, so that first pitch is outside, ball 1. I need to see that again. You can correct me. It's okay.
It's Hutchison, not Hutchinson.
Okay.
I got that when I first met him. He said, no in, no in.
All right. Next pitch is fouled off to the left, and so now 1 ball, 1 strike. So you're going to have to correct me about 2 more times throughout this game, I guarantee you.
It's all good. You got the Lobos games under your belt. This was the same. I was where you were sitting when the Lobos, we were calling those a couple weeks ago. So can't wait for state tournament in 2 weeks. That's going to be so much fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right side, and got word as of yesterday that we are going to call every single game for the Senior Babe Ruth tournament. And so that is going to be a really long week for me.
That's fine for me. I'll add on to it. I'll make it a little bit easier for us. At least it's not in Lander, or at least it's in Lander and not in Cheyenne or Gillette or wherever you had to go for the soccer tournaments.
Yeah, that was I was in Cheyenne South there, and I actually got to admit, they were really nice, really great down there. Had a lot of fun down there, except for the snow that in between the 2 days. 2-2 the count, and that is going to be outside on the inside corner, strike number 3.
That, if we had one of those MLB cameras, that would have clipped the very, very bottom corner.
Well, here's the thing, though, if you think about it, as DeVries will come up. DeVries had a pitch in the top of the first that was outside and high ball for a strike. So maybe that's a make good pitch.
Who knows? Maybe this umpire's just got a larger strike box than normal.
All right, so next pitch is high, and that's ball 1. And Hutchinson is still Hutchison is still at third out with the triple with 1 out, so now 2 outs with 1 ball and no strikes. And another breaking ball over the head did not break, and so now 2 balls and no strike for DeVries. And Sean, you were not here for basketball season, but
sadly,
DeVries and Hunter Houck both played in first pitch. Next pitch is swung on and missed. They both played in varsity minutes for basketball, even though they're both JV players.
They're pretty big.
And I'm going to say this, and I don't know if anybody can hear me that's actually going to get mad at me for this, but I feel like DeVries is going to be, as that next pitch is swung on and missed, and now deuces are wild again. I feel like DeVries is going to be a really big factor in the Riverton Wolverines basketball season next year. I feel like he played a lot of very valuable minutes. He's really fun to watch. And as soon as I brag on him, he strikes out.
You're jinxing him.
And so that ends the first inning. The Raiders take the lead.
Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you,
Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Liebelt will come up for Green River to lead off in the top of the second inning. DeVries had a 17 pitches in the first inning is not terrible, but it's probably not the best you want if you're thinking for Riverton here. And so DeVries will come set as we begin the top of the second inning. First pitch is low and inside, ball 1.
And if I can say so, DeVries didn't have the best game in the first half. In the first game, he reached base on balls twice and had a strikeout, and then you add that strikeout that he just had. I'm sure he wants to recover on the pitching end, and now look at this pop out up here.
He's going to go left center, and it will be caught by the
Carter Nosey
on in the left field.
Yeah, Carter's got some good vision. He knows where and when he needs to be on the field pretty well.
And that will bring up Smith for Green River here. DeVries will set and now deliver. That is a partial swing, and they'll call a strike, even though it didn't look like he fully swung.
That was a heck of a changeup, man.
That was really nicely done, and so
that slowed up real quick.
And so that's strike number 1. Next pitch, fastball, strike number 2.
That outside corner is catching a lot of heat from this umpire right now.
Yeah, if he calls that all game long, I'm happy.
Well, yeah, if on either side you would be
absolutely, happy. Yeah. Next pitch, outside corner, strike number 3. And that is DeVries' first K of the game. And that will bring up Caitlin for Green River here.
Wearing 42.
Green River, number 42, Catlin.
Catlin, okay, that works too. Scott's helping me out with names.
There you go.
Same pitch, same exact spot. DeVries now
can
knows.
Hit that, yeah.
DeVries knows that that umpire has given him the outside corner, and he'll take it all day long. Strike 1.
I would just stay in that little corner all day.
Swung on and
missed.
Another
changeup. What a good changeup.
So DeVries has now found the changeup here in the top of the second inning, and he's now working with a little bit of a tempo here. And as soon as I say that, he slows down. Pitch on the way. Fastball on outside corner.
That
strike
was an
3.
easy inning.
1-2-3 inning for DeVries. We go to the bottom.
This broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Carter Noseep is going to step in as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Pitch on the way is in there for ball number 1.
He leans real close over the strike zone. Always makes me a little nervous because his head is fully, it almost looks like a golf swing a little bit where your head's fully over there.
2 balls and no strikes. Swung on is softly tapped back to Peterson, and this should be an easy out, and it is at first base. And so Noseep will be out, and it will bring up Baker.
And this is a much different lineup than the first game.
Braden Baker with probably my favorite walk-up song of all time so far. Peterson will look in and now deliver. First pitch is swung on the inside corner, strike number 1. So obviously we're going to talk about this because, I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't. University of Central Arkansas, that's where I graduated. Scott over here to my right is a University of Central Arkansas grad as well. So
small world.
That makes me feel very much more comfortable with life because coming from a FCS school and being able to play and do some journalism over there, a lot of fun. Scott's now my new favorite guy. I used to like you a lot, but I like him more now. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out.
I'll make it up in the cool category somewhere else.
I don't know if you can. That's.
Well, you're not going to send me to Arkansas to gain cool points. I don't know if that's possible.
Pitch is low and outside, ball 2. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. You know, Sean,
watch one of these people that is listening be from Arkansas write in an angry
I
letter.
know there is because my professor's listening in, so I'm fully fine with that. University of Central Arkansas all over the place here. And strike 3, nicely done there by Peterson, and that is out number 2. Peterson now starting to find the strike zone a little bit, and he's also starting to use that outside corner a little bit as well.
Yeah, and I think both coaches are probably going to tell their pitchers to be a little bit more leaning in that direction because they have seen how many strikes have been called right there, almost as if there isn't really a line. It's just if it's in that area, that's where it's going to be. It's going to be a strike.
First pitch is swung on, and it's going to go fair. It's going to get nicely picked off at third base, and he is safe. They're going to say he's off the bag.
He's off the bag.
They called him safe at first base. Everyone was walking towards the dugout, and
maybe he did too.
That was a really delayed call.
They're going to talk about it right now.
And I mean, he was right there. Was that umpire?
Let's see what the
umpire?
Coach says. He was right there, and it was delayed, but he called it. He's safe, and so everyone. I thought the coach might be a little bit more angry because it did look out, but I think. You're right. Everyone was leaving towards the dugout, and I think that he just was leading a little bit too much toward his own dugout, and that took his foot off the bag.
So let's reset here. So now Anderson's at first, and Larson now steps in with 2 outs. Pitch is on the way, swung on and fouled. So that should be, I would guess, an error on the first baseman. Well, no. Well, yeah, it'd be an error on the first baseman because he was off the bag. Yeah. So now no balls, 1 strike, and that's going to be inside. So now 1 ball, 1 strike for Larson. And so Peterson will look over at first and now set. Look back at second and now deliver. High fastball, swung on and missed. Strike number 2.
And that is why I just realized why we have a little bit of a different lineup because there are some players here that are playing football tomorrow in the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, that's going to be
congrats to them. Kind of forgot that was tomorrow already. It's come up pretty fast and right towards my car.
And it'll be a foul over on the right side. Yeah, me and Wyatt were talking about that just a few right before the game. We were like, wow, we didn't even realize that the Shrine Bowl was tomorrow, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have Leanne's going to be there.
That'll be good.
And so we'll have photos from that, I believe. Also, I'm going to wait for Peterson to bring this next pitch with a 1-2 count before I bring up the next thing. Pitch is swung on and missed on the outside corner, so we're going to wait till the top of the third inning. So now it is still 1-0 in favor of the Raiders, and Peterson and DeVries are having themselves a pitching duel here as we go to the top of the third. We will.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Like right now. Welcome back, everyone. Top of the third inning. The committee convened, and we did find out the Shrine Bowl is the 11th, so June 11th. So there's practice going on all week long. That's what we think. And obviously that's a big game coming up for those guys. And so June 11th is when Shrine Bowl is. And so, like I said, we're still going to have Leanne out there. She's still going to take photos. We're going to get all we can. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And so now as we enter the top of the third inning, Clark is going to come up to bat, and he is a left-handed hitter for Green River. I always have to do that. No one could see what happened, but I had to, pose myself to make sure I knew what I was doing. And DeVries is going to send this one in the dirt, and so now 2 balls, no strikes here for DeVries. The other thing I was going to mention before we went to break is that the Special Olympics are coming up in Orlando, and there are 4 participants from Riverton coming up that are going to be participating in the Special Olympics. And so I'm going to be doing a story, and we're going to get some photos from that. That is this, I believe, this upcoming weekend and also next week as well. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be I love stuff like that. That pitch is going to be fouled off right back, and so now 2 balls, 1 strike. That one might actually have went towards your car, Sean.
I mean, if my car gets hit, I can write it off. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, everyone else that's going to pay for a new back windshield.
And next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike number 2. Yeah, I am not one of those people who is going to help you pay for the back windshield, though.
You got a nice car. We can just take your car around.
Next pitch is swung on right back up the middle, and it's going to get softly tapped to the shortstop, and pitch is over, and it is in time for out number 1. Nicely done by Hunter Houck he actually looked back at his back foot from the last inning to make sure he didn't make the same mistake as the first baseman from last inning. That will bring up Lale, and first pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1.
Look at that, the outside corner, getting another strike there. It does, just from up here, from sitting right behind it, does almost look like it's over the line almost every time, but maybe we just have a bad view. Some of these are crazy.
That ball is a breaking ball, and it is low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Raiders lead 1-0 in the top of the third.
And just to go back to future events, as he pitches another ball up high, don't forget that tomorrow the Riverton Raiders play at 11 a.m. If it's anything like today, we might be getting off around 10:45. But
That pitch is up and outside, and so now all of a sudden he's not getting that outside corner as much.
But yeah, Kevin Shields and I will be calling the game tomorrow at 11 a.m. and hopefully be calling a championship game later that evening.
Pitch is going to be in there, and it will be on the outside. DeVries looked in and was like, that one was close.
That one was way closer than some of these outside corner calls, I feel like.
And so that is ball 4. So, yeah, so about the championship game, should the Raiders make the championship or the third-place game, it's actually going to be me and you calling it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I thought Kevin was going to be here.
First pitch is in there for a strike, and that was interesting, like you said, because
13 didn't seem like
Molino
he was
didn't even get into a stance.
Or maybe that is a stance. He just sits there, just standing menacingly.
DeVries will look over at first, and now pitch is on the way. It's going to go in, possible for a double play. It
nice
is
double play.
A nice double play. Nicely done by Hutchinson to step on second and then throw it over to Houck. And so
because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
3, 2.
Beaver will step in for the Raiders as we go to the bottom of the third, top of the order for Riverton here, who lead 1-0.
Peterson still pitching.
Peterson, first pitch is swung on and fouled. Yeah, Peterson is looking at pitch number 39 as at the next pitch.
Just for comparison, for those that didn't get to listen to my sultry voice this morning, at this point the game was over. It was 17-1, and the pitcher had already been relieved from the Rollins team at this stage.
Next pitch by Peterson is swung on the inside corner, strike one. Yeah, or strike two. So yeah, I mean, obviously, this is kind of, I guess you could say, no man's land for Riverton because they haven't played this much today.
No, definitely not. This would be the most.
Next pitch
well,
is
after this half inning, it would be the most. But still, around this time, they had already gone around the rotation, I think, 3 times. So much different game here. Their offense has kind of been shut down for the most part.
Peterson with a 1-2 count will have the breaking ball. That one's going to get fouled off, so that's the best breaking ball he's had all game. Still 1-2, though.
And, I mean, this is going to be kind of a different type of mindset if you can't get any runs in this inning. I know you're up 1-0, but you got to get more right now.
Swung on. That one
Tipped.
is going to get tipped, and so still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Okay, so let me ask this question. So is your wife coming to dinner with us, or is she just going to eat salmon?
No, she already made dinner for herself.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her she can still come along.
I'll let her know. I was jealous because she was making some salmon and some broccoli.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yummy. Pitch is on the way. It's going to get popped up high. It's going to go right to Peterson, and that's going to be out number 1. If it convinces her, tell her I'll pay.
She's listening now. Let her know.
All right, well.
There you go.
There you go. I will invite my wife, and we will go out and have a good afternoon because, like I said, when me and Sean get together, it's a lot of fun. We
can do some stuff here.
We get laid back, and we get into a game. It's just like we're fans up here, which technically we are.
I was about to say, I'm a fan of this team. I got some stuff at home.
Next pitch is low and outside for ball 1. I mean, I absolutely love the game of baseball. Obviously, I've been calling Lander Lobos all season, but I love coming to this ballpark. It's a really fun ballpark.
It's really nice.
It's really nice. Next pitch is going to be swung on and fouled, and you may be getting that new windshield.
There you go. It's. I don't want to say it's a lot bigger, but it is quite big compared to the Lander Lobos field.
It is. Actually, I can actually tell you for a fact that dead center 375, I think it's about 370 dead center at Lander. Next pitch is high, ball number 2.
Yeah, and I've seen some balls go over those fences from some Riverton players, so you know they can get it. It doesn't matter how big the field is out here. You know they can get some home runs.
Next pitch is outside and low this time, so ball 3. One thing I do like about, and Scott and myself were talking about this, they have sponsors, the banners out on the right field there and also left field as well. And that's obviously cool. So it's really cool to see all the sponsors who sponsor the Raiders.
And you get a whole fence full of banners over there as well.
Absolutely. So, I mean, absolutely love this field. And every time I'm here, everybody's been really cool, really nice, very laid back, which we like.
Yeah, and the community really cares about this team. It's pretty obvious.
That ball's going to be that's going to be a fair ball. Nicely done by Rennig. He's going to get around first and then reconsider life and get back to first.
Yeah, he stopped dead in his tracks. He said, oh, no, that didn't go as far as I thought it would. Still good. You want to get the bats flowing, especially if you're only up 1-0. You want to boost that score as much as you can before you have to head into the middle innings.
And so that'll bring up Nathan Hutchinson with a runner on first with 1 out. And, you know, what's different from the last time me and you called a game here is the wind. There is none.
No, not today. It's been really nice today.
Next pitch is swung on.
Oh, look
and
at
it's
that.
going to get right back up the middle or right up through the cracks. And so now runners on first and second. I love what Hutchinson did there. He waited as long as he could so he could get that ball right up the gap.
He was watching that ball. I mean, from the second it ended touching the pitcher's hand, he had exactly the idea of what he was going to do down pat. And you're right, he did wait a little bit. It looked like a delayed swing, but I think the changeup, I just didn't think he was fooled by that changeup speed. Speaking of Hutchinson, Miss Hutchinson's mom has the coolest Trash Pandas hat on. I might steal it from her. I know she's not listening to it.
That ball is going to be swung on by Houck. It's going to get into the glove, and he's going to drop it. And so now it's going to be runners on.
He was
nicely done. Nicely done by Smith to get Rennig back to third. So now bases loaded for, I believe that's DeVries. So let's see if DeVries can help his own cause here. We know he can.
Yeah, he definitely has the talent.
And so, actually, I'm not 100% sure. Does anybody know off the top of their head if Derek DeVries has a home run this year?
I don't believe so. He does not.
Okay, so
I believe it's Hutchison and Jory Anderson.
Derek,
I think, have one.
if you want to, because I
This
bragged
is the
about
time.
you, Grand Slam would be really nice here. Next pitch, first pitch is going to be strike 1, and
he just watched it.
He just watched it all the way.
He can. Everyone up here says he can. I believe him. He seems pretty jacked, so it's been working out.
And for a pitcher, you obviously know that he's wanting to help his own cause. Next pitch is going to get tipped off the foot of the catcher, so that's going to score a run. So no more Grand Slam, sorry, Derek, but you still get a chance for a 3-run homer if you hit this one. And the Raiders now lead 2-0.
And you still only have 1 out, so you have plenty of room for error. If you need to sack fly, do it. But you know he's looking right now to get both those players in. He doesn't want to go back to the pitcher's mound only up 2-0.
All right, so next pitch, 1-1 is the count. Peterson will deliver. That's going to be outside corner, strike 2.
That was pretty good job making the plate look bigger than it is by the catcher because that was way outside.
So let's see what happens here with a 1-2 count. Peterson will deliver. Swung on, and it's going to be a out as they throw over to first. And so DeVries will walk back to the dugout, and it will bring up Noseep.
And Carter Noseep, I mean, I've seen him hit the ball pretty well. I don't see him having a lot of strength to get it all the way over the fence, but I've seen this kid in practice. He can hit some dingers out there.
All right, so just because you said that, now he needs to hit one over. Because there's fans over at left field standing by their cars, and they're just waving.
They need it.
They need an autograph. So Peterson will look in. First pitch is swung on. It's going to go back right up the middle. It's going to get down. It's going to be a problem, and he caught it.
Oh,
what
my
a
goodness.
catch.
I can't even be mad at that one.
LeBelt with the ESPN catch of the game. Nicely done. He makes up for the miss from the last at-bat that came his way. Man, that was
a heck of a catch.
That was a nice catch. 2-0 Raiders lead.
Investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the 4th inning, and Derek DeVries almost got hit in the back of the head on the
I missed it.
On the throw from first pitch is in there for a strike. It was interesting because the catcher, Baker, threw the ball. You know how they go down to second, and DeVries had his back turned, and it almost hit Derek in the back of the head. Next pitch is going to get tipped off the foot of Baker, and so now 1 ball, 1 strike. That is one thing that I will tell anybody who listens to anything that I say. Always make sure the ball's by you before you turn your back.
No matter what sport.
No matter what sport.
Oh, man. Derek's hitting the ground.
And he kind of bent over. I wonder if I'm not going to look into that, but 2 balls, 1 strike. He kind of bent over. You know, kind of like to stretch out a hamstring or something.
2 straight balls in the dirt, though. We got to see what he can do to make up for that here.
Next pitch, swung on, and it's going to get up on the right side, and that's going to be a single for Paoli. And so now Paoli is going to be the first hit for Green River. Thank you, Wyatt. And so that will bring up Peterson, the pitcher.
Next up for Green River, number 23.
That's a pretty good game so far, if that's the first time that someone's reached base on a hit there.
For Green River, yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, for DeVries, that's a pretty good accomplishment.
That's good, yeah. He's going to throw over to first, and ball's going to get past Hauk. That had some serious gas on it,
yes,
and I feel like Hauk was like, ow.
He's like, hey, man, I'm right here. You don't have to throw it super-duper hard.
And it wasn't a big leadoff for Paoli, so next pitch is going to be swung on, and that's going to get fouled off to the back. And so now no balls and 2 strikes here.
I love when foul balls get hit. You can watch every child watch where it goes because they get free bubble gum when they bring it back.
To concession stand. Thank you.
So I remember last time we were here, we went from please bring back all foul balls, and then it was please bring back all foul balls for a piece of bubble gum. We almost got to a hamburger.
Yeah.
Another pitch or another throw over to first, and that's going to get he's going to get back in there safely as Paoli.
Mason will tell you over here, baseballs are expensive.
I know.
You're basically giving money away, says Darla over here.
Yeah, so, I mean, a baseball for a hamburger. I mean, that's perfectly right on the money. And he got it.
Oh, wow.
Paoli.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, Paoli, every time he let off, took another step and another step, and DeVries was not going to give that one up.
Oh, Paoli's mad at himself over here.
Yeah.
I mean, he was testing him. He said, take that extra inch, and then just boom, I'm going to take it away from you like that.
And that first pitch is going to be swung on, and it's going to go over to the second baseman in Beaver, and it will quickly be 2 outs here for Riverton.
This is easily turning into one of DeVries' best games in baseball, probably, especially on the mound. If he can run some hits together, I mean, player of the game right here.
I'm really just happy that it's not 17-1.
Yeah.
Kevin can have the 17-1 game. I want the fun game. Next pitch, a breaking ball, almost in there.
Kevin and I were very surprised. We were here for about 50 minutes earlier.
He called me, and he was like, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah.
So now next pitch is outside, but on the outside corner, so strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here for the batter Eldridge.
Eldridge might be the tallest player on the field here. He's pretty.
Swung on and missed. Strike number 2.
I never pitched. I never played baseball, but, well, I guess I played when I was like 8, T-ball, but I always wonder if facing a larger batter is a little bit more difficult because your strike zone is a little bit higher.
Pitch is going to be low and outside, ball 2. So I played church fast pitch. Not the same, I know, but I was a pitcher, and I had to pitch against a guy that was about 6 foot, and you can definitely tell a difference in the strike zone.
It seems a lot tougher. For those listening, I played golf and basketball, and Travis here played a multitude of sports. I believe football and.
I was a football wrestler and a cheerleader in high school.
There you go. I guess I did karate and jiu-jitsu if you really want to throw that in there, but.
Next pitch is low and outside, ball 4 on a full count. So now with 2 outs, DeVries allows a base runner.
And that's pretty much the worst thing that DeVries has done all day is just walk people. I mean, other than that, he's had almost a perfect game.
That'll bring up LeBelt for Green River, who had the outstanding
awesome catch
at center.
Knocked his head up a little bit, but.
Pitch by DeVries is outside for ball 1. And anybody who's listening and saying that I'm really weird for being a cheerleader,
no,
you do it.
I think they're called yell leaders at that point, right?
You do it. It's not easy. I will tell you right now that I would much rather have gone to a football practice than a cheerleading practice. Next pitch is nicely done. That was a breaking ball, but it's going to be called ball 2 on the outside corner or inside corner.
Some of the strikes that this umpire is calling compared to that ball right there is kind of flabbergasting.
DeVries will go straight fastball, and that's going to be low. And you can see him go, what do I got to do?
I think this is 5 straight balls for DeVries, but I would argue that at least 2 of them were strikes.
And DeVries now looking at pitch number 53 coming up. DeVries will take a deep breath on this pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike.
There you go.
And on it, to be honest, LeBelt was looking all the way. LeBelt 0 for 1 in this game. He flew out. That is in his first at bat. DeVries will, again, take a deep breath. This ball's going to be outside, ball 4. And now DeVries is getting a little frustrated with himself. And
I think they're going to have, Eric Baker's going to want to go out there. Eric Baker, their pitching coach, also Braden Baker's father, he just wants to have a word with them. I mean, I think that was either 7 or 8 straight balls, and 2 or 3 of them were hitting the dirt. So making sure he's good.
He did have that 1 strike.
Yeah.
So
and that was a good strike.
Yeah. But again, on a 3-0 count, LaBelle's looking all the way. So while they're talking to DeVries, let's get back to more important things. Did your wife ever say yes on dinner?
No. I haven't even texted her yet. I'm terrible at that. When I'm watching games, I'm watching games. You should see me when I'm watching the Masters, Travis. I don't look away from the TV if there was a fire in my house.
Right. I'm with you. I was watching the College World Series.
The softball, yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, and there's some good games going on. There was a really big upset for Vanderbilt. I believe that was the College actual baseball World Series. But then Tennessee was down at last look. So a lot of fun baseball and softball going on. I love softball. I wish softball was a sport here in Wyoming.
Well, there's fast pitch softball that we can cover in Lander.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We're done.
I believe the Eagles play the Hawks tomorrow.
Pitch is low for ball one. And so now to your point, that is 5 straight balls for DeVries.
And he was really eyeing that Eldridge on second base. If that is Eldridge on second base, yes.
So it is LaBelt on first, and that pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back. And so now 1 ball, 1 strike here for DeVries, and that is number 16, Smith, at the plate. LaBelt. There you go. So we're up to bubblegum right now. LaBelt is at first. Eldridge is at second. And pitch is going to be on the outside corner, strike 2. So now DeVries has found that outside corner.
Eldridge is taking some major leading steps. He is not afraid of DeVries turning around and just bolting it to Hutchison.
See, DeVries would have to do a full 360 to get it over to second. That pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to go to center field. Rennig is going to be right there, and he will grab it, and DeVries gets out of the inning. And so the Raiders still lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the.
Been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repair.
I'll be there for that.
When repairs are complete.
Welcome back, everyone.
I'm definitely going to.
Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 4th inning. Carl Cody just came up and annoyed us for a little bit.
We love Carl Cody. He takes the best photos out here.
Yeah, he does. Sorry, Robert. Next pitch, first pitch is going to be swung on, and it's going to go under the glove. We're still going to have a play at first, but it's going to be not in time. So Baker will get on.
Leadoff pitch, just taking it like that. That was pretty surprising.
The thing is, though, the shortstop was there. He could not get a glove on it. And so that will bring up
Bo
Anderson, number 19 here.
He's a pretty good pitcher, too. We're talking DeVries being a good pitcher today. Bo has had some spectacular games this year. Granted, I think 2 of them were in losing efforts, but he has played some outstanding pitching.
First pitch is outside, ball 1. Raiders lead 2-0. And Peterson is looking at pitch number, I believe, 58 or 59 on this next pitch. It'll be pitch 58. Anderson is 0 for 1. That ball is going to be swung on.
Look at that.
And it's going to go left field, and it's going to go to the warning track and caught by Clark. And so out number 1. That is the best hit for the Raiders all game.
Maybe the longest. I wouldn't say the best, but yeah, it was getting there. It was about 20 feet away from maybe hitting that fence.
And to left, deep left into, well, actually be short left and short right, is 320. And that will bring up
some Johnny Cash.
Number 12, who is
Larson.
Yeah, that's Larson. Thank you. Next pitch, first pitch is going to be in the dirt, and nicely done by Lael to come up and grab a hold of it. Lael wearing the headband, little a la Klay Thompson there.
Splash, bro.
Didn't splash enough to beat the Celtics in Game 1. I'm very disappointed in that.
Well, my Suns are out of it. I don't have a rooting interest.
My Warriors are in it, and that's scary. Next pitch is going to be low and outside, ball 2. I knew one of us was going to be really mad when the finals came around. It was either going to be you very happy or me very happy.
Man, I don't want to get on a tangent because we're talking baseball, but the Suns should be here right now.
And so next pitch by Peterson is on the way, and it's going to be high, but they're going to call strike 1. That was
a very high strike.
The top of the strike zone.
We're getting a weird little glimmer of sunshine here, maybe before it creeps over the Equine Center here that's being built.
Yeah, the Equine Center, a very beautiful center here.
It gets more and more built every time we come out here. And
it does.
It's looking really good, really close to completion over here.
So they're going to call a check swing. They asked the umpire right behind Peterson, and he said no swing. So 3 balls, 1 strike here for Larson. That pitch is going to get smoked up the left field line, and it will be a single for Larson and we will go back to the top of the order for Beaver.
Boy, smoked is the correct term. He nailed that thing. It went right past third baseman. He didn't know it was going to hit him.
Tanner Johnson's in the house. I've seen him twice today. He was at Walmart, didn't say hello to me at all, but I waved at him. Tanner and me always have this weird relationship. Like we'll see each other and he'll say something like one word and then that'll be it.
That's how I am with my mom.
Same actually, yeah. Pitch is going to be in the dirt. Ball 1
There's
for
been quite a few
Peterson.
pitches in the dirt for Peterson. Sorry to cut you out. There's been at least three out of the last 5 pitches have hit the dirt, and his catcher is having to make up all of the ground to make sure that nobody tries to steal a base.
Yeah, Lael is doing an absolute phenomenal job keeping a lot of these pitches in front of him. That pitch is going to be inside for ball 2. Can we? One thing we haven't mentioned here, and you kind of mentioned it in a really roundabout way. This crowd is awesome.
Yeah,
this
is a fun
big.
crowd, and a lot of them have been here for a little while, so they know what's at stake. They've seen the teams win and lose.
Pitch is going to go and get barely tapped.
What happened?
But they're going to call a foul.
I don't know.
Oh, they're going to
okay.
So they're going to say it went off his foot. That got some distance for going off his foot. That hurt.
Whose foot did that go off of?
It had to have gone off of Beaver.
He's still standing on it. I'd be a little baby at this point.
Same. 2 balls, 1 strike. And so now Peterson will look over at second, and now a pitch. Nice breaking ball. It'll be strike number 2.
And he swung for the fences on that one.
So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second, and Larson and Baker. Peterson will look over at second. Now look in, look back at second, look in again, and smartly done by Beaver to step out.
Yeah,
and Beaver's going to step right back in. He didn't call time.
There's some mind games here.
Yeah, so it didn't look like the umpire called time. So now Beaver will step in. And now the next pitch is going to be swung on and right into the glove of the shortstop, and nicely done by Baker to get back into second. Baker got lucky because Molina was not covering second at all, or that could have been a double play.
Yeah, and Chris Rennig, I think, even saw when Rennig saw the ball go over there to shortstop, he almost put his bat down and went to get his glove because I think he was expecting it to be a double play. But you're right, not covering second might bite him in the foot.
That pitch is going to go in the dirt, and it will bite him in the foot as everybody moves up 90 feet. And so now runners on second and third. And the umpire is going to call time and do one of my favorite things that umpires do, and that is clear off the base.
It seems really satisfying. If you
It
watch
really
those
is.
Instagram videos of people like cleaning or mowing backyards, it's pretty satisfying.
And so that will bring Christopher Renning in, and he will step in. Peterson will look in. He shakes off, and now he's going to ask for a repeat, and now time is going to be called by Renning, and so we'll reset. So what's funny is, for those of you who have not met me, which come say hello next time you have the opportunity, I'm the short kid. I'm literally 5'5", and so in this chair, I literally cannot see over the crow's nest. So if there is not a good crowd here, I can't tell because literally I see people on my right and left.
Oh.
That ball's going to be fouled off, and so strike number one.
There is quite a good crowd here. I would estimate about 100 people at least.
Okay, yeah, I literally can't see over right here. So
we got ice cream sandwiches coming up here.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. I don't like that.
They spared no expense for these chairs.
Right. That pitch is going to be strike on the outside corner, and so now Peterson has found the strike zone with a 1-2 count for Christopher Renning. Larson is at second. Baker is on third.
I just got a free ice cream sandwich.
I'm in.
Thank you.
Pitch is on the way. Strike 3 on the outside corner.
Man.
And so the Raiders will still lead, thank you, 2-0. As we go to the bottom of the top of the fifth.
Your truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back, everyone. Had some serious, really cool rock and roll going on. And as soon as I say that, we go to like really old 1920s country music from Tennessee.
This is some good music.
Oh, it's going to Jackson. Okay, so I'm sorry. I through the headset, it sounded older.
Now up for the Green River Knights, number 42.
My grandpa would like to have a word with you.
I'm sorry. Catlin is going to come up to bat, and DeVries will stick in. First pitch is on the outside corner, strike number 1. And don't get me wrong, I'm from Tennessee. Love country music if it's real country music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DeVries will bring it, and that'll be low and outside, ball 1.
And you were saying it before this. DeVries has thrown quite a bit of pitches, even outside of his pitches that are actually on the pitch count. He's had a lot of practice pitches at full speed.
Next pitch is going to be a high fastball, strike 1 or strike 2.
61 pitches so far, but I would estimate probably 70, 75 with how many he just threw in the practice.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because it looked like he had more pitches, and they're going to call time. It looked like he had more pitches in his warm-up in that half inning than other
ones, yeah.
Other innings, yeah.
Maybe he's trying to make sure that his arm's all loose.
Well, I don't know how many they get.
I think it's really up to Coach Baker at this point.
Fair.
He's pitching pretty well.
That was a pretty pitch on that outside corner, and it just stays a little high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Raiders lead 2-0. They had a run in the first inning and a run in the third inning.
They've left 4 people on base in those innings, though.
That pitch is going to go nicely done by Derek. Unbelievable.
I'm going to clap for that one.
Derek DeVries, barehanded looking back, and was unbelievable of a throw. And then the pitch, the throw from Houck to the shortstop went under his glove.
Yeah. That was a nice catch. We've had 2 really great plays so far you and I have called just in the last 2 innings.
So it will be, next pitch is going to be bunted and fouled off. And so strike number 1.
I almost wonder if he hadn't tried to bunt, that might have hit his thighs. So that would have been a base on ball or a hit by pitch.
We're going to try to lower that because it's getting dark here.
It is getting dark.
And so now strike 1, next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike number 2 for Clark. Clark is the sole left-handed hitter for this Green River team.
I think for the whole game. I don't know if I've seen a left-handed hitter for Riverton either. It's fun to see him.
66 pitches here.
Ooh.
And that is going to be outside, or actually inside. It's outside for right-handed hitters, inside for Clark, and so 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1 out.
I wonder if Clark had the right idea when he came up to bat. He might want to try and bunt this. They're playing pretty deep.
And he's going to swing on, and it's going to be strike on the outside or inside corner, a man alive. And so 2 outs here. That will bring up number 2, the catcher, Lale.
Yeah, and if you're the Green River coach, you got to tell him we just need to get on the bases. If we can get on the bases, we can steal as much as we can. That's why a bunt might be better.
And now it's outside on the outside corner, strike number 1.
Even as a Riverton homer, I don't know about that one. That was pretty far and high outside.
DeVries, next pitch, swung on, missed. Actually, they're going to say a foul tip into the glove.
Either way.
And so still, like you said, strike number 2 no matter what. And like you were saying, DeVries is not going to let me have an opportunity to talk. Strike number 3 on the outside corner. So DeVries was like, I don't want to hear from you anymore, Mr. Travis. We're going to go to the the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back.
Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
2-1.
Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it will be the Raiders up to bat, and it will bring up Nathan Hutchinson to the plate, and it looks like Peterson is still in there, and we talked about this a little bit. Peterson is doing an absolute fantastic job for the most part in this game, pitching-wise.
Yeah, both the pitchers are pitching lights out right now. Peterson just has a little bit more on his plate with the way that these hitters like to swing pretty much at everything. Everything that's hittable, these guys want to hit it out of the park.
That first pitch is outside ball 1, and Peterson will deliver, and that'll be low and in the dirt, ball 2 for Nathan Hutchinson.
Otherwise an unhittable ball there. Dun, 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 dun.
Peterson will look in. Hutchinson will set. Peterson now delivers. That is going to be outside corner, strike number 1. So we talked about this earlier, Sean. The Lander Lobos will host the state tournament for Senior Babe Ruth. That is on the 22nd, and so keep your calendars open for that. That ball is going to be in the dirt, so ball 3 now for Peterson.
Yeah, and there'll be more about it in the Ranger and Lander Journal, and we're definitely going to cover that on WyoToday. So
yeah, we are actually, like I said earlier, we will call every single game for that tournament.
Be super excited up in that tiny little press box.
Next pitch is going to be fouled off on the right field side. It's funny, we found out that we were going to call every game, and with me calling Lander Lobos, obviously that means I'm calling the game.
Yeah.
And so Rusty and Leanne both were like, well, goodbye, voice. 3-2 count is going to be pitched, hit, popped up and hit over to the right field side. And so it'll stay at a full count here for Nathan Hutchinson. 79 pitches coming up for Peterson here.
His arm's got to be tired.
Next pitch, swung on, and it will go foul off the left field side. So, I mean, other things, what are, we got, I know this is crazy to say, but we're less than 3 months away from Fremont County football.
I know. I'm also excited for that. Going to be calling some Fremont County Game of the Weeks. Games of the week, I guess I should
That's
say.
going to be a strike on the outside corner. And strike, and that'll be out number 1. Yeah, so me and you both are going to be calling some of those. Cody Beers will be doing play-by-play. We'll be doing color with him back and forth. I'll be calling Lander as well for football. I'm looking forward to working with Ernie Over.
And I believe Kevin and I are going to be doing Riverton games.
Kevin and you will be doing Riverton, so a lot of fun coming up for these teams coming up, and I know practice is starting pretty soon for a lot of these teams. I know that there's camps going on around Lander and Riverton, and Peterson will have that ball go inside, so now 1 ball, 1 strike for the batter, Hunter Hauk.
I'm just, I won't harp on it anymore, but if that's not a strike, but some of these other ones are, I really don't know how this ump is sitting.
Next pitch is swung on and fouled straight back, and now it's going to be me who needs the new rear windshield on the new car that I just bought. Don't need that.
Please return foul balls.
Good thing I'm fully insured.
You know, you could just go get the ball from your back windshield and get a free piece of bubble gum to make it all better.
Well, I want a hamburger.
They got some good food here.
Yeah, they
do. For those that have not been to Roy Peck Field, they have some outstanding food here. The last time I was here, I had a chili dog.
Oh.
I don't even like chili dogs, and that was amazing.
That pitch is going to be popped up. That was a golf swing. It's going to come over to the right side, and Catlin will grab a hold of it, and so out number 2. I'm looking forward, and I don't, you know, one of the things is, you know, we have B team, we have C team for Raiders as well. The B team or the C team is playing on Wednesday, I believe, and so, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities to come to Roy Peck Field.
Yeah, there is.
So now Peterson will look in and deliver. That pitch is going to be on the outside corner, strike number 1 for the batter, Derek DeVries. DeVries is 0 for 2 in this game, but pitches a really, really good game up to this point. Peterson, another nice pitch. And now 0-2 the count here for Peterson.
Props to Peterson for getting through this inning.
Next pitch, outside, ball 1. So let's see. Today is the 4th, and so
Tuesday the 7th is their next game after the tournament.
Yeah, that's going to be at Casper. So Wednesday the 8th, the C team is going to be here taking on Powell, and that'll be at 5 and 7. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and that is 0-3 now for DeVries at the plate. We'll take a commercial break.
Gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
3, 2.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in late game status here as we are in the top of the 6th inning. Raiders lead 2-0, and it is the leadoff hitter Molina for Green River. So, sorry, Sean, one thing I want to mention, I just got confirmation from Kevin. It'll be me and Kevin calling the Raiders game on Friday, and there is a possibility that we will call the Raiders game on Wednesday.
Very fun.
So stay tuned. We will, we will definitely get you a hold of that. It could be me and Sean on Friday. It could be me and you on Wednesday. Who knows what could happen here? But stay tuned to WyoToday.com and Facebook. We'll get you confirmation for sure. First pitch is going to be a ball on the outside corner, and I thought that was actually tipped, but it'll be a ball on the outside corner. So 1 ball, no strikes here for Molina. Any Cardinals fans know the last name Molina pretty well.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh,
pitch is going to be swung back and nicely done by
the Riverton Raider, third baseman, number 19, Bo
Anderson, the third baseman. Nicely done. And so quickly 1 out here for Riverton.
It's so funny when you look at third base or first base or left field or outfield for this team, all these players are utility players. They can pick and move where they want to go. That's why when we wait for confirmation on who caught the ball at third base, that's because earlier today I watched Jory Anderson, but last week I also watched Hunter Houck play third base. They can all do it all.
Right.
This team is full of utility players. That's what makes them so dangerous. That was a dry change up there.
Kevin is now listening to the game, and he says, Sean and you on Wednesday. If Sean is available, we will do the game on Friday. And speaking of St. Louis, they are tied with the Cubs on the game of the week right now. So thank you, Kevin, for that update. That pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to go off the end of the bat. It's going to go to the second baseman, and it's going to be a play at the plate and out for the second out of the inning here for Green River.
DeVries is, he's hitting the strike zone perfectly. A lot of these line drives that are getting knocked into the middle of the field here, he's just kind of they're just getting a little bit clipped. He's not letting anyone get the full face of the bat on any balls here. That's why it's still 0 on the Green River side.
And so Peterson now will step in. First pitch is on the way. Okay, so Kevin corrected me. It's going to be Kevin and myself on Friday, Sean and you on Wednesday if he's available.
There we go.
Okay.
Wednesday we can try and make work.
So I am 100% going to call play-by-play on Friday. That's a joke. Kevin would have my head. Second pitch is out on the outside corner, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike, and now 2 outs. That pitch is going to be swung on by Peterson.
That's
high
fair.
fly ball left field, and it's going to be caught. Nicely done by No Seat
Another
to get
1,
out of
2,
the
3 inning.
And so we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Of course, we miss a hit.
Pitch is going to be swung on, and play at the first base is in time for out number 1.
Yeah, we came back a little late from that, but Carter Noseep hit that pretty well, just banked it right against the floor, or against the ground, I should say. The floor would be up here. The ground, and just bounced right into the shortstop hands.
That'll bring up Baker to the plate. And it'll be a next pitch is on the way. And Baker's going to swing, and that's going to get fouled right into the dugout. Everybody had to spread out and get out of there. So now strike number 1.
Yeah, Baker's 0 for 2 today. You know he wants to fill that goose egg with at least a 1, hopefully a single, double, triple, but could be anything right here because he's pretty strong for how small he looks.
Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be high and inside, ball 1. Peterson looking at pitch number 92 at next pitch.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about it. He might go the distance here today, and his arms got to be tired.
Peterson will see pitch outside, and that one is going to be ball number 2, and the umpire got something in his eye.
I think he got some dust in his eye.
So everybody's going to take a quick breather, and anybody got any water to help the brother out? He's like scratching his eye. He's trying to still get it out of his eye. Still trying to get it out of his eye. Poor guy. He's asking for water.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody please give me some water. Help a brother out.
Throw this bottle over the fence.
There you go.
There he goes. He's got some eye drops in
there. You go. Oh, he might have folded a contact. That hurts. Okay.
As someone that doesn't have contacts because I'm too afraid to touch my eyeball, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I've wore contacts for many years. That hurts. And it's always at the weirdest times for it to happen.
Yeah, knock on wood. I just need glasses right now.
And honestly, that helped Green River a little bit because Peterson and Lale had an opportunity to have a conversation while the umpire was fixing his contact.
Yeah, Peterson's already struck out Baker once. He was probably talking to his catcher, seeing if they can try and get it at that outside corner like they did the last time.
So Peterson will now deliver. That's going to be swung on right back up the middle. Almost hit Peterson right in the toe. It's going to get all the way up to the center fielder, and so it'll be a single for Baker. So he's getting that 1.
There you go. You got 1 for 3 now, and man, that pitcher just right by his ankle. That could have been gnarly looking, but here comes Bo.
So Bo Anderson will step up and will...
Bo had a great play on third base, I believe, last inning. Let's see if he can ride that high.
Okay, that's what we were doing. Mason's going to come in and pinch run for Riverton. And so now Baker's going to come up and, or not Baker, sorry, Anderson's going to step up and...
Watch Mason. He is a speedy guy. He wants to steal right now.
First pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off to the right side, strike one.
Yeah, Mason has a tendency to run really, really, really fast and steal second. I don't know if you've seen it before.
Yeah, Mason, I have not seen many. I haven't seen at all, really. And so it'll be interesting to see if he steals here. He's got a nice little lead off here, and now a pickoff attempt over at first, and he's back in safely.
Well, and if the Green River coach has any knowledge of Riverton at all, he knows that when they put Bryce Mason in, they're probably looking to at least steal a base or get someone speedy to get your attention off of the batter or somewhere else.
So Anderson will now see next pitch, and it's going to go off of the side of the glove, and Mason will easily take second base. And so now Anderson looks at a 1-1 count, and I'm noticing Anderson steps very much in the back of the box. His back foot is right on the line nearest us.
Gives him more time to see where the ball's going, I guess.
Pitch on the way, outside.
Ooh. Surprised that wasn't a strike with how he's been calling that exact corner all day long.
That's why I hesitated, because I was like, he might. So 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Raiders lead 2-0. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 2. Peterson.
Bo put everything he had in that one.
Peterson has the possibility, actually, no, Peterson very much has the possibility of going 100 pitches in this inning.
Cool.
He's at pitch 98 coming up. On the way is inside, and obviously ball number 3 as Anderson had to do a full 360 to get out of the way. So now pitch number 99 coming up for the...
I think I heard it over in the dugout. Someone said, you should have worn it.
Pitch on the way, swung on, and it's going to go foul. And so as I predicted, Peterson is going to see pitch number 100 coming up next.
That was his 100th.
Thank you.
So am I behind? Of course I'm behind. That makes sense. Android versus iPhone.
That was just pitch 100. It's all good. As that pitch probably hit my car.
That pitch is swung on and missed. So strike number 3 and out number 2 for Peterson, who now is going to look at pitch 101.
Nope, his coach is coming out. I think he's telling him, asking him maybe if he wants to stay in for the rest of this inning, because it is 2 outs. You got Bryce Mason on second, who is very speedy, like we said. And I think right now it might be in Green River's best interest to get a new pitcher.
So from what I was just told, according to Legion rules, the pitcher is capped at 105 pitches. So that makes sense where he's going to get swapped out here. So we're going to take a commercial break as they bring in a new pitcher. We'll be right back.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Larson sees first pitch outside, ball one, and so now the new pitcher Eldridge will have next pitch is outside on the outside corner, but strike number one, as the umpires called that all day, and they finally turn the lights on here in the Crow's Nest. And then we jinxed it.
Just turn off the power.
Wyatt just completely turned off the power.
Here, yeah.
Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off the right side, so now 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Larson. I'll tell you right now, if the power goes off right now, I feel like we're going to have a lot of people really mad at us.
Really mad. And I know I keep saying it, but that ball definitely was in the vicinity of my car with how hard he hit that. So, RIP to my insurance.
Next pitch, outside, ball number 2. So sorry, Monty, that your insurance just probably went up about $100.
I'm taking your car to work tomorrow.
That's fine. Tomorrow's Sunday, so.
We got work here tomorrow. 11 a.m. If those of you have not heard yet, tomorrow Riverton will play at 11, and there's possibilities that they will play in more games like the championship game later in the day.
And if that does happen, I will be here, and we will call that game together.
I will also be here, yeah.
So Kevin Shields and you are going to call the 11 o'clock game, and then anything after that, it's going to be me and you.
Be real excited for some extra baseball tomorrow.
Yes, I know. Kevin's just like, it's Sean and I at 11. I'm like, I got you, bro. I understand. I'm right with you. 3-2 is the count, and 2 outs. Pitch is strike number 3, right down the heart. And so we go to the top of the 7th inning, and the Green River Knights need 2 to tie, 3 to win.
Investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Don't want to make sure? That's good.
First up to bat for Green River.
Eldridge will step in the top of the 7th inning. DeVries will also be pitching, and first pitch is in there for strike number 1. I think we were saying that DeVries is now at 80 pitches.
Yep, that was his 80th pitch. So It's about 25 shorter of that other pitcher.
Next pitch is almost in there. They're going to say just inside, ball number 1.
That's okay, because he's been calling that inside pretty much the same all day, so I'm okay with that now, but that was a nice, clean, right down the middle pitch.
Next pitch is swung on and missed, strike number 2.
And, yeah, this pitcher, this is the new pitcher, Eldridge. He is already 0 for 1 tonight, so you know that he's a little angry and he wants to come back out. He wants to help himself here.
Pitch is swung on and chopped to the shortstop. He cleans it and grabs it.
What a throw.
Pitch and throw is over, and he is out at the plate at first. Nicely done by the shortstop, Hutchinson, over to Hauk. And out number 1. And, you know, that's the thing about, you know, having a tall player.
Oh, that wasn't Hutchison. That was actually Bo Anderson that made that play.
Oh, they switched
up on there, yeah.
So Bo Anderson is going to be out there at short.
Nope, Bo's at third. They just
they
happened
just
to
had
get
a really weird play. Okay.
Yep, they just happened to get in each other's way there, and I think Bo made the most of it.
Pitch is going to be swung on to third, and throw's going to go over to first, and it's going to be another quick out. And so now the Knights are down to their final out here.
And they've had a lot of 1, 2, 3 innings. I mean, this pitching has been pretty, this has been pretty great for DeVries. He couldn't have asked for a better game.
So Scott prematurely played hit the road jack with 2 outs, and the lead is 2-0 Riverton. Pitch is going to be low and inside for ball 1. Okay. Okay, Scott.
Whatever you say.
Okay, Scott.
It's for the runner, he says. Every single time.
Next pitch is swung on and fouled over the crow's nest.
Just
it almost
barely.
hit Scott for playing hit the road jack. Smith is the hitter, and now 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Pitch is on the way, swung on, and caught
Nice catch
by
by
Hutchinson, and that's the game. Raiders win 2-0. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we will wrap things up here from Roy Peck Field. We'll be right back.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Final score 2-0 in favor of the Raiders. And looking at just some of the main players here, obviously for pitching, Derek DeVries, all 7 innings. Absolutely fantastic pitching that DeVries had this afternoon. He was 87 pitches, and 51 of them were strikes. He faced 24 batters. Absolutely phenomenal pitching.
5 strikeouts, my goodness.
By DeVries, 5 strikeouts, and no errors, no runs, only 4 walks. Absolutely phenomenal from DeVries. Nathan Hutchinson, from what I'm looking at here, has the lone RBI in this game. He was, I'm looking at this to make double sure I'm right. So I've got Christopher Renning was 2 for 2. Let's see, and he was the only one that they gave runs to. Let's see, Hutchinson.
Oh yeah, because I think they got on balls.
Right. So Hutchinson had 2 hits in the game. Baker had 1. Larson had 1, and that was and Rennick had 1. That was all the hits. So
it
they
didn't
only
seem
had
like a big
5,
batting game.
They had 5 hits in the game, but the Raiders win 2-0. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get Derek DeVries up here, and we will talk to him as we enter in the final moments of this postgame.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We have Derek DeVries, a really close-up of Derek DeVries. Let's get you, there we go. Derek DeVries with us in this post-game show. Derek, me and you, my friend, we talked during basketball. It's the first time I ever got to talk to you during a Raiders game. 87 pitches, and you had 4 walks, no runs, 5 strikeouts. How are you feeling out there?
I just like that I could do my job for my team. That's about it.
So talk to me a little bit about this team. These guys, y'all seem to have a lot of fun out there, and when things go really wonky, you still stick together. When things go really well, you stick together. So tell me a little bit about the team.
So Coach Wally, our motto is "We Are Family." So I think that's really cool to make a brotherhood with our team. And when things are down, if you have fun in baseball, you're going to play better. So when we have fun, we play better.
And you played earlier this morning, and you won 17-1 against Rollins. Did the extra time off, only having to play like less than an hour this morning, help you come into this game?
I think so, yeah. Give us some rest and confidence for sure.
So tomorrow you play again at 11 a.m. What is the quick turnaround going to be like for you guys?
I think we're going into this feeling pretty good. We still have a lot of pitching, so we're good there. And if we get our bats going, I think we're set.
Last question for you, my friend. So tell me a little bit about this wood bat tournament. I mean, it's different, obviously, from what you're used to. What's the difference whenever you're hitting with the aluminum bats versus the wood bats that you saw today?
I mean, I obviously feel a lot better with the composite or an aluminum because I know it's not going to break on me. We actually, earlier this morning, we did have a bat break on us, and it flew probably to the dirt, so it was pretty – it's just a different feel for sure.
Well, my friend, you pitched an absolutely phenomenal game, and congratulations on the 2 wins. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, yeah.
All right, we'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up on the post-game show.
Back. Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression, and I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Sleep or you can sleep.
Welcome back, everyone. Final score 2-0 in favor of the Raiders. Sean O'Brate, Travis Gupton with you. And Sean, like we talked about for a little bit, the pitching for Riverton was a absolute big-time factor in the 2 wins that they had this morning and then also tonight.
Yeah, and I was just talking to their pitching coach, Eric Baker. I mean, for Braden Baker to come out and have his first Legion win today and have it be by a score of 17-1 with one of the best pitching performances of the day for this whole tournament, and then to just come back and have DeVries pitch the game that he pitched, I mean, they're just so ecstatic with their pitching today. They're really hoping it can carry over into tomorrow because they look like they could have a trophy on their hands if they continue to play like this on the mound.
And one of the things that we saw was a really 2 different games, really. You had a really high-scoring affair in this morning, really a low-scoring affair this evening, and so I feel like Riverton is completely fine with going either way.
Yeah, and that's another thing that Baker touched on is when your bats aren't hitting as well like they were this morning and you have to rely on your pitcher, they were just so easily comforted by DeVries pitching on the mound today because they knew that even though their bats weren't hitting, they were still winning because they had probably the best pitcher on the field today. And that's one thing that not only do they wish they can carry over tomorrow, but there's a whole season ahead that they know that their pitchers are getting better every single day. And if they have even close to some games like they did today, they just need to hit a couple dingers here and there, and it could be smooth sailing for some of the season here because they have some great pitchers here.
Yeah, and a lot of the way, and really, like we said, it really depends on the game. I feel like they are completely fine with going either or, the pitching for this team is absolutely phenomenal. At least the games that I've seen, they have done absolutely fantastic. Obviously, if you win 17-1, something's going right offensively.
Going right, yeah.
So I feel like this team, like you said, if they can get things clicking and like they have the last couple of games, I feel like this team could be something dangerous in the state tournament in Cheyenne coming up in just over about a month's time.
Yeah, definitely.
Tomorrow, this team's going to have a quick turnaround. They play at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I believe they're playing Lowell. Is that correct?
Lovell? Yeah, whatever it is.
And so... and should they win that game, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say they'd be in the championship game at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. And I will be here should they be in that matchup. And also I'll be here if they're in the third place matchup at 2 o'clock. So I feel like it's going to be, a lot of pressure on this team for tomorrow.
Especially
because
at home.
At home. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So, Sean, we will I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
And we're going to say so long, and tomorrow it'll be Riverton Raiders baseball take 2 in this Roy Peck Wood Bat Invitational Tournament as the Bach Beethoven music is playing here in Riverton. We will see you tomorrow.
The canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the